When the noise of life becomes too loud, when responsibilities press heavily and the days pass in a blur, there remains a quiet place of peace that calls your name, a sacred invitation to spend time alone with Him. God does not demand your presence with shouts or thunder. He whispers. He waits. He knocks gently at the door of your soul, asking for your attention not out of need, but because He loves you. There's something deeply personal about the quiet moments we spend with God. No performances, no expectations, no obligations. Just you and Him. In the stillness, distractions fall away. The striving ends. You don't need to prove anything here. You don't need the perfect words or a holy atmosphere. You just need a willing heart. God meets you exactly where you are, even in your tiredness, your mess, your silence. Jesus Himself often withdrew to lonely places to pray, not because He was avoiding the world, but because He was engaging with the Father. In solitude, He received strength. In quiet, He found clarity. In presence, He rested. You are invited to that same communion, not once, not rarely, daily, constantly. God is not a far-off judge waiting for your perfection. He is a close friend who treasures your presence. And when you finally pull away from the busyness, when you turn off the noise, put down the phone, and step into His presence, something shifts. The burdens lift, the heart slows, and your soul finds home again. There is nothing more healing than simply being with Him. Let this be that moment. Let this be the beginning of returning, not to a place, but to a person. He is here. He's always been here, and He will never stop waiting for you. In the stillness, you begin to remember what your heart had forgotten. You were made for Him. All the anxiety that's been sitting heavy in your chest, all the questions that never seem to end, they begin to lose their power when you sit in the light of His presence. You're not here to perform. You're not here to fix everything. You're here to be loved. That's it. Let that truth settle deep in your spirit. You are deeply loved, not because of what you've done, but because of who He is. His love isn't earned. It's not based on how long you pray or how perfect your week has been. It's not about whether you've kept all your promises. His love is steady, faithful, and far beyond your failures. So breathe. Rest. Let yourself be fully known and not turn away in shame. God already sees the whole of you, and He stays. This quiet time is not empty. It's full of grace, full of mercy, full of His quiet voice reminding you, you are mine. I have not let go of you. I am still working, still near, still good. It might take time for your soul to calm down. That's okay. You've been running for a while, but now you've stopped, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let His Spirit breathe over the tired places. Let His presence bring back the color to your world. You don't need to say much, just stay. You sit quietly now, no longer trying to fill the silence. It's in this holy hush that something unexpected begins to unfold. You feel held, not just emotionally supported, but spiritually embraced, as if the very air around you has been soaked in His compassion. Maybe for the first time in a while, you're not trying to feel something specific. You're not chasing a breakthrough or waiting for a sign. You're simply here, and so is He. Scripture comes softly to mind. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. It's not a demand. It's a gentle invitation. Be still. Let go. You don't have to carry what's not yours to carry. He sees what's weighing on you, the ache that you can't quite name, the worry that never sleeps. He's not asking you to pretend it's all okay. He's asking you to bring it to Him. So you do. Quietly, in the secret space of your heart, you lay it all down. The fears, the pressure, the guilt, the confusion. And in exchange, He offers peace. Not the kind the world gives, but a peace that sinks deep and stays, even when life doesn't change. You may not have all the answers. You may still be in the waiting, but you found what you truly needed: Him. The minutes pass slowly now, not dragging, just resting. You're not in a hurry. There's nothing urgent pulling at your soul. The pace of this moment feels sacred, and in that stillness, you begin to notice how little you actually need when your heart is anchored in God's presence. This isn't about performance. You don't need to pray the perfect words. You don't need to know what's next. You just need to stay present, open, surrendered. The worries that usually rule your thoughts seem quieter here. The questions that used to consume you, they haven't disappeared, but they've softened, because you're not facing them alone. You start to feel the shift, from striving to trusting. You begin to realize that intimacy with God doesn't require noise or effort. It often begins with silence and surrender. You whisper now, not because you have to, but because He's that close. Jesus, I trust you, even when I can't see the way. I trust you. And you sense Him respond, not always in words, but in peace, in nearness, in love that doesn't flinch at your weakness. This is what your soul was craving. Not clarity, not control, but communion. And now you have it. Somewhere deep inside, you've always known that what you need most isn't answers, it's presence. That's why the quiet doesn't scare you anymore. That's why the stillness feels like home. God is not hiding from you. He's not waiting for you to fix everything before He'll draw near. He's already here. Always has been. And now, in the sacred hush of this moment, you feel it more clearly than ever. The Spirit of God is not distant or vague. He is close, personal, intentional. He knows your fears before you speak them. He knows your doubts before you admit them. And still, He chooses to stay. You take a deep breath, the kind that doesn't just fill your lungs, but calms your chest. And without even realizing it, your heart begins to pray. Lord, I want to stay here, in this quiet place where you meet me. Help me return again and again, not for what you can give, but just to be with you. You're learning now that worship isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the softest thing, a surrendered heart, a whispered yes, a still soul that knows it's held. God is not in a rush, and neither are you. The peace that passes understanding, it's not a concept anymore. It's becoming real. You feel it like a warm light within you, softening the sharp edges of your day. In this place of quiet, you're beginning to remember truths you'd forgotten. You are not alone. You are not forsaken. You are not too much. You are not too late. The voice of shame may shout, but it cannot remain where grace is welcomed. And here, in this sacred space, grace has taken over. You let go of the need to prove yourself, to perform, to strive. You let go of fear, not because it vanishes, but because it loses power in the presence of perfect love. You let go of what you thought life was supposed to look like, and you receive what God is offering now, Himself. You sit with Him, not talking, not planning, just being. And that's enough. Time slows in His presence. You don't feel rushed anymore. The clock loses its grip. The pressure lifts. There is nothing you have to do right now. Know where you must be. This moment, with Him, is whole and sufficient. The world outside may still be spinning, but here, in the stillness, you are held. You start to notice the subtleties again, the rhythm of your breath, the beating of your heart, the nearness of the Spirit. You realize The intimacy you've longed for, the safety your soul has searched for, is not found in people or performance. It's found in the quiet where you and God meet. No distractions, no noise, just presence. And in that presence, your identity is restored. You're not what you've done. You're not what others said. You're not your failure or your fear. You are His. He whispers what your soul forgot. You are loved, not because of what you bring, but because of who He is. You are seen, not in the spotlight, but in the secret place. You are safe, not because life is easy, but because He is with you in it. The more time you spend with Him, the more you remember who you really are. Not the tired version of you, not the anxious version, not the one always trying to hold it all together. Just you, the one He made, the one He delights in, the one He never stopped loving. And it hits you. You don't need to chase what the world offers when you already have the one who holds the world. You don't need to perform for God. He already knows. He already chose you. All you need to do is be with Him. And so you breathe again, deeply this time. Stay here a little longer, not because you must, but because your soul wants to. Let the rush of the world fade into the background. Let the noise lose its grip. Let the weight fall from your shoulders as you sit with Him. This is where peace lives, not in answered questions or fixed problems, but in His nearness. He isn't asking you to have everything figured out. He isn't rushing you through this moment. He simply says, "Come." So come. Come with your silence. Come with your questions. Come with your longing. Let His love meet you here. Because sometimes the most powerful thing isn't doing more. It's simply staying in His presence. Stay still now. Let these final moments settle deep within. You've sat with truth. You've listened for His voice. You've breathed in peace. And now, even as you return to the rhythm of your day, know this: He goes with you. He is not only found in quiet hours of worship, He walks beside you in noise, in work, in uncertainty. You carry His presence within you. So when fear whispers again, remember this moment. When doubt rises, remember this peace. When the world distracts, return to Him, even if only with a breath. "I am with you always," He said, and He meant it. Now rise gently and go with Him, stronger, softer, held